What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be installing a front lip, a new front lip for my 2019 Honda Accord. And don't get me wrong, this lip actually held pretty strong, pretty sturdy. I didn't have any problem with it during winter storm or whatnot. It held on and it's pretty sturdy. But unfortunately today I'm going to be replacing it. And as you might notice, the car's holding jack, just for me to save some time. And yes, I finally have a jack. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. So let's get it. Okay, guys. So for some people that might not know, this is what the Yofer looks like. So you have the black centerpiece right over here, similar to that one. Yet this one is more lowered and aggressive. And this one is pretty much an extension of the lower seal, which is gonna go right over here, which you're gonna be replacing this whole thing right here. And yes, I've seen some comments, or one comment specifically, that they don't like the contrast between this Lunar Silver right here and then the gloss black, the lower trim that I just installed recently, and the front lip. So today we're going to be installing the Yofer lip, and we're going to be removing the old lip and see what the end result is going to be. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like, so right now I'm just going to put the camera on a time lapse while I'm removing the old front lip, and we're going to start working on the Yofer front lip. And just like that, the car looks so ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks so ugly. It looks so toothless. Like what is this? Like, if you look at it, that was like, it looks like there's no bumper, no nothing. It's just so plain and dull. All right, so the old lip is out. Now we're gonna work on the Yofer lip. Okay, before we get to the drilling part or installing it to the actual car, so what we're gonna do is clean the side parts, not the lip part, too much. So what I usually like to do is clean this off with a microfiber towel. All the crevices, all corners where the 3M tape is going to go is clean. Clean it, wipe it again with a dry part of the microfiber towel. After doing so, I am going to apply an adhesive promoter. So you can get this from Amazon, and I would highly suggest, if you're gonna install Yofer front lip, you would want to use an adhesive promoter, since for the most part it's gonna be 3M tape. But I don't know yet if I could install some screws around it, but adhesive promoter is gonna be your best friend for this one. So what you're gonna do, just a nice hint of it and apply it on where you're going to put your 3M tape. Making sure all surfaces is going to be covered by it. So that way it keeps the 3M tape, like it makes the 3M tape sticks better and stronger. Now once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and apply the 3M tape. Sorry about that, guys. Camera died, but thankfully I'm recording on my phone right now. So thankfully you're here for the most important stuff. for the Yofer front lip, it's gonna come with the weather strips or whatever you want to call this. And this is gonna go right along on top edges of the lip. Now, here's the most important part. Just like what I told you earlier, promoter, the adhesive promoter is gonna be your best friend. Because looking at it, and the 3M tape is so thin, right here, it's thin, and I don't know if you can see it up close there. It's very thin, and it's gonna go up to the edges right over here. Let me just move the camera a little bit up. And it's like, for me, I don't think this is going to stick. So I'm gonna show you. So here's what you're gonna do. Same process. Just gonna apply adhesive promoter. On the area where the water strip's gonna go. This amount should be fine. I mean, it's not gonna be that much. It's not that thick. So we're just going to wipe it on it, like where the weather strip's gonna go. It's going to be on the top, side. It's gonna be inside, okay? But obviously you want to make sure you take all that area. So the weather strip, it's not gonna go anywhere. Now, see right here, right over here, this is where we can apply the 3M tape. This is where the 3M tape is going to be. And it'll look like this. Just peel it off. And I actually prefer working on the other side since right over here it's much more complicated other than right over here. Sorry if the angle's like, or camera's moving way too much, guys. It's really crappy today. It's raining and everything. The garage is wet and I'm just trying to make everything works, whatever's in front of me. Anyways, so we're just gonna do this. Take the 3M tape off. And also, this is how my tape works, which I'm gonna show you in a few. Let me just do this. So, I like to do it evenly, flush. Making sure everything is attached properly. Because you wouldn't want to mess this up. There you go. So this is how my tape work did. So right over here, I used at least the thick ones and the 3M tapes, which most of this one's gonna be attached to the car. And this one, like walking all through here, is how my tape work is. And that's what I'm talking about, these strips, the weather strips. It's going to look like this, right over here. You're gonna need, for me, I tried installing it without adhesive promoter, and there's no way this is gonna stick. The weather strip's not gonna stick without the adhesive promoter. And it's too much work too. There's no way you could change the 3M tape on it because it's the space in between the rubber strips is so thin. So I would advise using an adhesive promoter, which if you want to grab it for yourself, I'll drop the link down in the description below. So right now, that's all we have. And also, well, the camera was dead. I did the other side as well. And yes, I know it's kind of messy, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll try and see how this is going to work. Okay, now it's time to install it. So what you're gonna do is like line this up. Make sure it's flush. And it should fit perfectly. Right now I'm like test fitting it, making sure that it's gonna go where I want it to be, or where it's supposed to be, before installing it. Because once you install it, once you stick it in, there's no going back. Making sure everything is flush. And once you're happy with the fit, what I'm gonna do, just to be safe, is apply 3 adhesive promoter on the huge area where the 3 tape is gonna be. Here. Just to have it with a nice grip and nice stick to it. And be careful on putting the adhesive promoter, because what I've heard for some people is that some of their paint, when applied the adhesive promoter, their paint started changing into blue. But in my case, I actually tried it in a small area before doing it. I'm telling you right now, as for me, the paint is not affected, and I'm telling you, do not try it. If you're gonna try it and do it on your car, please, I advise you, try it in a small area where you cannot see it. Or only you could actually see it, by the way. So, just gonna take the 3M tape off, cover, or whatever you want to call this. Whew, I'm scared. Wish me luck, guys. So, just get flashlights. Okay guys, so after installing your Yofer lip, you're gonna have to take this right here, the clip right here. It's nearby mud flap, the front side. You're gonna take this clip off, and you are just going to bend this area right here to like clip right over there to have it more secure. And I would highly suggest to take that tab off first so the lip is not in the way. But I make these mistakes so you guys won't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this off, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. Alright, so now that is on, so just like what I said earlier, take this tab off, which is attached to your OEM bumper, and then you're just gonna bend this area right over here. You don't really have to bend it, it's just like slowly bend it. It's bendable, don't worry, so you're not gonna break it. And just put the clip back on. And as for this side, I'm actually not quite sure where you're gonna put this tab on, since I thought it was gonna align to this, which is not, which it doesn't, I mean. And I've attached the the centerpiece, so it's going to align with the clip right over here. You're just gonna attach a clip that they provided with you, and I actually used some of the clips somewhere else. You're just gonna add clip right over here, and I tried attaching clip right over here. However, when you attach the clip, there's a space. It's not really going to be so secure. It's not secure enough. There's like a gap like that. And yes, the car is dirty because I had to move the car a little bit, outside, to pick up my girlfriend. So, but then I attached it with screws, so don't worry about it. So without putting the clip, it actually looks fine, but I want the bumpers, the front lip, sorry, but I want the front lip to be totally flush. So what I'm going to do is, prior to putting the clip, I'm going to clean this area since I drove the car, and I'm gonna add 3M tape right over here on the black piece and attach it with the side. So it's just going to look like that. This is for me to make it look more flush, because if I just attach the clip, it's gonna leave that gap right over here, which I don't like. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you the next one. Okay, so what I explained earlier is I'm going to clean the area where the crevice is, where I'm gonna put the 3M tape. You can skip this step if the lip is clean. However, in my case, I drove the car prior to finishing installing it, so yeah, I'm gonna apply the adhesive promoter. Okay, so now once again, I made these mistakes, and this video is for you, to help you to not make the same mistake as I did. So after that, I'm just gonna apply 3M tape. So with that, I don't want to take the front lip already, but it's up to you whether you want to take it off. So the 3M tape, so you'll have more access for the 3M tape, but for me, it's a little bendable, as you can see right over here. So I'll just squeeze the 3M tape there, since I'm not gonna need it. So with that said, I'm not gonna take off the centerpiece, since I won't be needing that much 3M tape, and I have enough room to squeeze it in. device do not cover the hole for the do not cover the hole where the tab's gonna go in. Go right over here, over there, and as you can see right over here, I'm not covering the hole, so at least when I insert the tab, it's not gonna be, the 3M tape is not gonna be in the way. And let me just peel this off and attach it, and I'm gonna attach the I'm gonna install the tab as well. So once that's peeled off, you just want to hold it firmly for like a few seconds. Give it some time for the adhesive promoter to kick in. There you go. And as you can see, the gap is a little better now. So I'm just gonna add the tab back into the hole and add some screws in it. Okay, quick update guys. So I've decided not to put the tab, the tab. So I just decided to leave it with the screws and the 3M tape. As you can see, it's more flush. Right over here. Flush, unlike with this one where I left it before with just screw. Like you see the tab right over here. You can see the gaps right there. You could just add 3M tape and leave the tab on, and it's gonna look like that. But as for me, I want it to be more secure since I live in New York City. A bunch of potholes, humps. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna take the tab off, apply the 3M tape, and screw it in, and that'll be it. Okay, so this is the final product. I've attached 3M tape, 2 screws, and I decided to leave the tab right over here. And in the middle, I've attached screws in there. And just like what I was saying earlier, you bend this up, take the screw and the tab out from the liner, and bend this up and attach this tab back in, and that's pretty much it. And as you can see, the gap is gone. I like it more flush. And then yes, I know you can see a little hint of the 3M tape, but that's just me. I guess you guys could do a little better than me, or when you're installing your front Yofer lip, and that's what's gonna look like. I hope you find this video very helpful guys. If you have any questions, just drop them down below and I'll try my best to answer to you as soon as I can. And I'm so sorry. It's just like I'm taking something to school and that's taking a lot of time. And make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to your boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.